if no one minds. Okay.
I was surprised how well my phone picked up that video.
Yeah, we don't have a video with this.
Okay, you know.
We'll get it tomorrow.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
At the Humboldt Cafe right now. And
Does
so we just stop by there.
I don't.
Okay, you guys.
Okay.
Hey, if you've been into Humboldt 48 years, you know that about a consensus meeting. You can't be talking back and forth.
Okay.
This is sort of our general meeting for the day. I don't know that we've had one in a couple of sessions, so I don't think we actually have an active agenda at the moment. So I think maybe we could. I'm sorry.
There is one thing I think that at least Jack and I discussed it, and we
Go on
think
the agenda to talk about.
it certainly is.
Okay.
It's on the agenda.
Okay.
It's
Well,
gonna
no.
It's
Okay.
it's an agenda we want to make.
Okay, he's the facilitator, and I'm saying is just to go on the agenda.
Yes.
You say it, and then
This is
and then
something
it
that
goes
Jack
on the
and I
agenda.
discussed, and we agreed. We want non-violence training. Like I haven't
That'll
done
go on
any of
there.
it
That'll go on there.
since
That'll go on.
1999.
I'm sorry, I'm facilitating.
Okay, so if someone has another agenda item, we can go ahead and add that. If not, on the bulletin board. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think we should talk about trying to get a list together that we could post up of people to call if we need just like some advice or whatever when it's only a couple of people here, and maybe trying to find reasons and places that's of importance to do more marches, because that seemed really powerful yesterday. But just trying to make sure that they have a motive behind them and a message behind them. And there's something else. So a lot of people come up to people and ask if they want a cigarette or if they want some gum or if they want this, and I was thinking that if you don't smoke or you don't whatever, a lot of people here do, and we should take what people offer us and kind of have like maybe a basket in like the special area where you can go back and get something that a cigarette if you ran out and you don't want to try and bum one off somebody, go check the basket first, things like that. I might have something else that popped in my head, but that's what I can remember right now.
Is there anyone else who'd like to put something on the agenda?
Well, I don't know what's on there. I just mentioned
Okay.
what was on.
We've actually just kind of got started. Steve brought up the nonviolence training, and then the contact list for advice, starting more marches, and taking what people offer when they come by. And
then we also thought that it would be important that at night there's 3 people, so that there's always somebody holding a sign, somebody guarding the camp, and then somebody to witness if like maybe something happens with like somebody coming by, or if like something happens with the cops or whatever, so that there's a few people here. And I was sitting out on the corner by myself last night, and I was okay with it, because I'm not like I'm sitting on the street, lit street corner in front of the courthouse. I think I'll be all right, and if something happened, I could always, run in there and bang on the visitation door or something like that to get inside or whatever. But it'd be nice if we have support around each other, and also just to kind of still have the presence or whatever. That we're out here at night, but.
no, I was. You had something you want to add to the agenda?
Yeah, I think that we've been doing pretty well. And it's just now we're kind of formalizing it, and when people come in to, I'd like to really have them remember that it doesn't look like, we have a lot of people who come in and start to just basically take over, and that's good, but everything we've done so far is pretty good, or we wouldn't be here. And I think we have to always remember that we're doing things. Now, I want to say, so the procedure at night is very important. We've always had some coverage, but the procedure, who to call, 616-2212, I come running, and the call list that we should have and begin to put out in a phone list kind of thing for a lot of people who are already involved, who could do a little bit more at home, but they're not. They would love to do something from home. So call list in a phone tree to help do situation and the procedure about staying up.
Here, or if you're like about ready to pass out, you need to maybe see it, or even knowing, that was another thing too, knowing who is willing to get up in the morning to take over. So if, you really need to go to bed and, know what tent they're in so you can politely see if they're okay with coming to relieve you. Or maybe if you have an emergency, you need to leave.
What's your phone number?
616-2212.
Say again.
616-2212.
2212.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hasn't it been worked out before this?
That's too many numbers.
Hasn't it been worked? 616-2212. 225577839X.
8675.
Making a joke. You got the right number.
Okay. Did anyone else have anything they wanted to put on the agenda here before we try to move on to discussion?
Let's maybe try to narrow it down and
Okay.
What a porta potty. Porta potty?
Oh no.
I was just making a joke because we always are talking about how difficult it is to go to the bathroom, and I actually so maybe some of the females, it would be nice if there was some way that they could, because it's hard to get in there when it closes, but we're not really supposed to be here in a way. I mean, like at least not on the grass. So I mean, asking for a porta potty, I was just kidding around about that. Like, I was like, well, yeah, would you I used to have a porta potty that just, wouldn't have to run all the way down there. But
It's something to think about.
It was
sure. Maybe we could map out, make a map of where there's public restrooms.
That's a
We could
good
post
idea.
that in the camp. Post public restrooms. I know Shell has been very cooperative. What about the other gas stations? The gas to go over here has been pretty cooperative on the other side of.
Well, you can go right down in reception if you're willing to go in the jail there.
Yeah, well that's
it's locked after a while. They don't have.
I know, but we could have we could have a restroom in the times that they're open. We could have a sheet.
I know that we're getting some ideas out, but if we could try to get back to setting the agenda first, and then going back to discuss the agenda items, I think we'll progress further and faster.
No, we're already working on it with the big board. We have add notices to people to when they walk by, but people have been asking us what we need, and so having a public donation request, and
We have that on the board.
it's starting to work out. Yeah, so just letting people know that's what's up. So if they feel like there's something that we could really use that would help us out, to put it on the board and know that it's there.
On the general.
I'll work on
I was
it.
going to say something.
I don't want to have people go so far. I'm just going to work on a little porta potty for women or whatever. But the main thing is, if you just shit before you go to bed. That's the best way. Don't go to bed when you have to, with a full load. That's not what you do when you're camping. Okay.
No, that is amazing.
That's why I made sure to check them out about 10 o'clock before they close last night.
Leave some deposit.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Okay, so our first item is the nonviolence training, and I believe on the bulletin board, and Jack was telling folks around today that we're going to have something tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Great.
I think that's been arranged for.
They're usually about 8 to 12 hours, a really good one, but we're going to have a very mini one which will last about 3 hours, maybe, and we will cover a lot of things because this is a different kind of nonviolent training that we will have, because we are dealing with all kinds of folks from all kinds of strokes, and it's not just a bunch of people trying to save the earth. It's a lot of people that have to be part of this, and what you miss in this, we will get to you. Really.
That's what I was going to say. Is there any way we could have maybe some handouts even for people who aren't here?
Oh no, this really is, you have to be part of something. It's not.
Well, I honestly can't be here, so can we try and have a
No, we're gonna deal with you off to the side. We'll have to really see that you get this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, because I want to be here, but I already have a schedule. So I can't really cancel when I need to pay my rent,
Yeah.
But or even just yeah, setting up a time with somebody to talk about it or whatever, so I can be a part of it.
Does that satisfy everyone's needs with that item?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Everybody cool with that?
What was it?
Non-pilot
Did-
training
did-
tomorrow?
Oh, that's great.
Did we get?
I'm looking
Were
forward
there any
to
other
it,
questions?
actually.
Yeah, I'll be.
Great.
All right.
I put it out to about 250 people who have signed up.
Great.
And
you
got any expectations?
Oh no, that's not part of nonviolent.
Oh, okay.
I'll do this if I want to talk. I'm sorry.
Our next item is setting up a list or getting some phone numbers that we can put somewhere in the camp so that if people are here and they feel they need some advice, they'd be able to contact those people.
Yeah. Or even people who are up for bringing hot coffee if they're awake at night, you know? If, you know, call and be like, hey, we're
Okay.
on coffee.
And,
you awake now?
we had another agenda item further down, call list or a phone tree. I think we maybe could combine those two items and
Just categorize it.
So,
I have most of that stuff.
okay.
I think
Like I've been collecting the signatures and the telephone numbers, and I have stuff from years and years back that some good numbers, a lot maybe not. And we'll just begin a phone tree.
Okay. So you'll be kind of you're going to kind of coordinate for it. Okay.
Yeah, phone tree is where it's kind of being flip, 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 flip. Half an hour here.
Was there any other discussion for that item? That anything anyone else needed to add to that?
No, actually, you guys are covering it really well. I think that
we could start with something.
it also sounds like it's good to try and simplify some of these things. Because,
Oh, it is, and then it works out good.
Yeah, it works out much smoother than, you know, if we get too detailed and elaborate and
Telling
just constantly
stories.
add stuff to it, or, you know, and kind of, you know, it's just right the way it is.
That's
so
what's
far.
good about consensus. You can trust the other people around you to make a decision.
Yeah, true.
Before we go on to discussing some marches, we have one thing else I think we could dispense with relatively quickly. The item about taking what people offer when people come up on the side of the road. I'm bad with names. You're Miri? Mariah. I'm sorry. Mariah was saying that when people come up, even if you don't smoke or you don't chew gum and people offer things like that, it would be good to accept and be gracious and provide it for the other folks.
I'd be happy to bring some cute little baskets when I go stuff back a little bit.
And I think that we all pretty much agree on that, unless someone had... Yes, sir.
Ernie came up. He's a supporter. He's down with the cause, and he's been at the marches. And he came up and said, "Hey, what can I bring?" And I'm thinking, what can he bring? Well, something probably best for the back table, you know, and something maybe individually wrapped. I know that isn't the best, but yet I'm like something snacky, you know. I mean, you know, or something, you know. I know it makes people feel like they're involved when they can contribute, but we have to be careful because Eliza found $20 in the envelope in the tent. We don't know who somebody gave that to somebody, and it got took it into the tent and got set down. I don't know. Beats the heck out of me. I was gone.
I would just put it in the donation.
No. Jack's got it. It's you know.
Well,
nobody's
actually,
trying to
maybe
take
somebody
it.
lost it, is what you're saying. And
Well, I don't know. I wasn't.
I don't know if they lost it, but I do know somebody did lose $20. But I don't know
No, it
if
wasn't a
could've been
$20 bill. It was in an envelope.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Marked for food.
Oh, yeah. So
Anyways, I'm gonna get off at whatever.
maybe we should have somebody when we like designate to give like
Well, there's a donation jar.
Where's the cross?
There's a donation jar.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
just waving.
Like it's like
yes, sir.
I'm just waving.
Okay.
here's something.
We're just happy people.
Was anyone else, did anyone have anything they felt they needed to add to that? Or wanted to add? I shouldn't say needed to, but... Okay. Then why don't we move on to a little discussion of the possibility of some more marches in the future?
Yeah.
Um, one.
Oh, I'm.
Okay.
I'll do this one. I'll be
All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I think that yesterday's march was very effective. We got a lot of people to come out, and I think it added some energy. And so I think it is a good idea that we try to target events like that in the future.
I was just doing
No,
this.
that's her hang loose to the crowd. And
I love them.
Right,
and
it's
I'm gonna talk-
sign language for I love you.
This thing moves.
okay. I'm sorry, I was not aware of that.
Learn something new every day.
Well, a little bit to cover. It takes more than it shows to get a march going.
Yeah.
And it takes incredible overnight stuff of getting the word out, a lot of stuff to make it happen. And I'm all for it. And I'm thinking that the way that the Vets for Peace have come here, the way the women in black have come here, the way the JMOs have come here, the way the strikers, the hunger strikers have been here, it all is really adding up to like more and more people to go into the fact that this is an all-inclusive movement, and it helps like going to the banks. And I was talking to you today about single-payer coverage for everybody in the United States. That should be something immediate for everybody. We shouldn't have to argue about that, but we have to in the United States, which is about the 24th or 30th in the nation. So, and then the last part is that this is not included, but everybody to always be inclusive and welcome people and welcoming us ourselves. We all talk nonviolence in all the things we do. If we're not open to everybody every day, we will not have the harmony necessary to do marches and do things. We will not get off the ground. We need to really be more inclusive. Yes, and that's when somebody says, whatever comes up, we back away. We see if something is not happening between the two of us or three of us, we say, whoa, I'm sorry. If I say something that is hostile, I didn't mean it because I love you. I love all of you. And I'm sure that's how you feel about everybody else. So I'm just saying that will add to marches faster than anything else.
I think it's awesome. I know a lot of us played a important role in kicking off the hunger strike rally, and and then the sign making and the work that Tel V did, the sign making by the occupiers and the work that Tel V did was invaluable. I mean, I've never seen a rally, for the first time anybody's done a rally, come off as smooth as what hers did. I mean, she had a good fan base first, but yet she had good speakers. It really flowed. One, putting the banks in between us and the starting point really helped. You know, they got people charged up. I think if we invite other groups to come in, maybe the Vets for Peace, the Women in Black, the labor union, let them organize. We should at least have one a week, I feel, but let another group organize it. You know what I'm saying? It's like we've been being...
It's not on our shoulders.
So it's not all on the occupiers' shoulders.
Yeah.
That way, the last two marches there's been a lot of responsibility by the occupiers, and that's fine. but we need to make sure that we invite other groups to come and hold their rallies here. That we'll host them.
Like today, the GMO people.
Did they come and join us today?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
I got
great.
video of it.
They did a little march actually.
Okay,
Their own
can
little
that
march,
video
you
be
might
put on
say.
YouTube? Do you know how to put
I don't know. We're still trying to figure
Well, I
out.
post what he posts on YouTube of us talking about it on Facebook.
But if anybody ever has any problem or anything, we can take
No. Nobody's going to complain. I would like to get that on, put that on YouTube.
Yeah, we need to network it out.
We're
we have a
willing to
computer.
host other demonstrations like Earth First.
Well, we want
or
to
Beds for Peace.
live stream.
Here
YouTube
at,
live stream.
oh, I see. You want a live stream?
Yeah.
No, you want to post
No,
it.
you guys
We're
were
willing
guessing
to
and let
host
me talk.
other demonstrators here at this site.
Okay.
What I asked is that if I could get that video and I'll put it on YouTube.
Right. I see. Okay, if he gets a good video, he'll put it on YouTube. Okay.
I have some video that I shot also that I'll be posting this evening, so there'll be something up there. If you guys were done, I had so I'm sorry, you were next.
Kind of not necessarily having a rally, but I have a big group of friends. We have our ladies' night out where we just have we dress up in theme, and I could try and talk them into seeing if we could dress them up in theme. Like I know a lot of them are into activist things and stuff, and if there's a bunch of chicks on the corner dressed up in some crazy outfits, because we get down and some of them really like to get in costume and hold the signs of what is going on, so
That'd be awesome if
I
you
can
guys
try and get
came
the
down.
hot chicks out, especially if it's, we do a fundraiser in October for breast cancer, but I might be able to talk them into at least maybe starting it and then heading up to wherever they're going, kind of hang out till all these pink.
Maybe we could put up a post
If for some
beforehand.
reason it's
Hot
still going
chicks
in November, whatever the next theme is, we could be like, hey guys, you want to maybe start here and then go hit whatever venue in Eureka you're going to go to, and so I can definitely try and get their support on that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, crazy costumes would attract some people, and I know they're all into this kind of thing. I mean, they're all honking at me as they drive by, so yeah, I just want to put that out there. If anybody's opposed to people standing on the streets and talking, I won't do it.
It came up today too about there was a little conflict going on in the sense that when the GMOs came, it was felt that part of folks here were, I don't want to name names, that's not what I'm about, I just want to heal things. And it was felt that they didn't have enough, they didn't tell us much, and they didn't join our assembly in order to get our okay, and that's not what I don't personally feel that that's what we're about. I don't think many people will come to assemblies. I didn't,
Can I finish?
Oh, sorry. And I just meaning that I'm not trying to get a consensus on this. I'm just putting my word out. I don't want to come to anything at all. I just saying that as far as I'm concerned, we welcome people first, and then if they really want to come to the meetings, fine. But everybody except the Nazis are involved here, So I'm not going to say the White Vest for Peace and ask them they have to come to our meeting in order to be part of what we do on Fridays or Saturdays. That's what I'm saying.
And
Yes.
you're next?
Okay. I can sympathize with that, but sometimes when we have people here, I like to be able to take a break. We got people out here demonstrating. That's a good time for me to take a break.
Yeah.
And I know that.
I agree.
But we can't do everything. We got to pick and choose what we do. And they got a rally going. Have their rally. I'm glad they're here. But man, I got to take a break. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to speak to that point if there was anybody else that, because I was here when it was going on, and it became an argument of process over objective, and I'm not sure why it became confrontational so fast, because when the GMO folks first came up to us, they were doing some chanting, so I got up, took some photographs for them, tried to shoot some video. Everybody that was here was welcoming, and I thought we were all off to a good gathering of whatever, and then it started to become an argument over that individual wasn't being productive, and they didn't come and do that, and actually they had contacted, there had been some contact between our group and theirs, and because of the looseness of our assemblies, which I think is good, it also has the defective portion that not everything gets passed along to everyone. If you don't, and I don't expect everyone to be able to make every meeting, but I think we really need to not be as concerned about process as we are about message. And when people, when 5 times as many people show up to join our gathering and swell our numbers, I think we ought to welcome them, unless they're saying something really repugnant. And I don't think putting labels on food is repugnant to me. I don't know.
Is what?
Did you have something you wanted to add?
What you were saying with, people can't always make it to meetings. I always notice there's always lots of people taking notes, and if we have like a little section where we put the notebooks so people know that if they miss something and they want to know what we talked about, they can just know where to go look about it.
Excellent suggestion.
That's a good suggestion.
That'll just go right up
The
on
same,
I'm not always gonna be here, and I'd like to
this
know
same
that
book will be used for all the agendas, and you can look down from date to date.
Well, that's good too. That's even better.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be on the bulletin board, and there's a new bulletin board coming, as I said. So,
I'm breathing. How far done were we?
You ready for a cup of coffee?
Was there any further discussion on that from anyone? Any other things that someone wanted to add? Then we could move on to, would someone like to volunteer to create a list of, or a map of the local facilities here where people can use the restroom, where the folks are not?
I might be able to work on something like that, because I've been out here at night, and at least getting it started as far as what places are available to go to at night, which we kind of know, but knowing the places that we have, issues versus not, or whatever going in.
Greg, did you say you would work on that too? Sorry.
Yeah.
He said he would work on the bathroom thing too.
Great.
when you tuck that table in tonight, you don't have to take it all the way back and sink in the corner.
we're done.
Just there. It'll be all right.
All right.
We want to,
That concludes our agenda, unless anyone has any other item. Okay.
That was the most concise, productive GA I have attended so far, and I enjoyed it.
See? You're released.
Thank you.
Can I just give a reminder to everybody? Maybe we can be thinking about the art projects.
Yes.
Maybe I can work on that a little bit more.
I can bring.
And any art supplies.
and-
We'll start putting a call out for art supplies.
This will be out on the
can we do
table.
sidewalk art?
About
We can.
On the sidewalk
Sure.
with chalk? Because that would, I think that would, as people walk by, even if just that one right word.
Before we break up, is there any other old business that anyone wants to talk about?
Anything that old business that anybody else wants to talk about? That's a good point. Any old business?
Okay. Then